Welcome in. What's Right with Nick Wright, episode 371, our Week 4 NFL pick show, gambling show. This episode is brought to you, as always, by our friends at Boost Mobile. And we would greatly appreciate if you like, rate, subscribe, review to the pod. And a reminder to all of you, all lines are from Hard Rock Bet. All right, Damonza, last week was a stumble. Your teasers, we'll get to them in a minute, no longer undefeated. And week 3, I told you, I felt I deserved better than I got. Or I'm sorry, week 2, I told you. My week 2 picks, I think we went 2-3 or 3-2. It doesn't matter. I know that I felt like I was on the absolute right side on 4 of those games and got, for lack of better terms, screwed. That happened. That is not what happened in week 3. My 3 losses in week 3, Damonza, are as bad a picks as anyone's ever going to have. So it was 2-3 last week, a game under 500 for the year. That part's fine. But these losses, some of them should have counted double. They were so bad. So let's go through them. Green Bay, minus 7.5 against Cleveland. They lose outright. I lose all my survivors. I'm just cooked. That they were never covering. They were up 10-0. I guess they were covering briefly. That was a terrible pick. Awful job. Road team against a great defense in a look ahead spot. I should have known. I took the bait. Somehow that was my best of the bad ones. Tennessee plus 3.5 against the Colts. Pick 6 first play of the game. Brian Callahan can't figure out how to call a field goal unit out there. They kicking just routed by the Colts. And somehow that wasn't my worst one of the day because I laid 5 points with a divisional road favorite with a shaky quarterback. Broke all the rules. Here's the thing. For my Atlanta minus 5 bet to win, Carolina would have had to score -6 points because Atlanta, I laid 5 points with a team that got shut out and allowed 30.
That was the weirdest game of the weekend, right? That one was super weird. I guess Green Bay Browns is pretty weird, but that one was odd.
I was 35 points off on this one. I thought Atlanta could win by 5. They lost by 30. Just awful. Now, the Chargers controlled the early part of that game. Denver came back. Chargers field goal at the gun. So a little lucky there. And then Detroit was clearly the right side. And it went kind of how I thought it was going to go, where I was like, last team with the ball wins. Detroit ended up adding an extra score on it, but they went for that 4th down late, iced the game. So we go 2-3. This week, luckily, I feel great.
Yeah, I like this week's slate.
I feel like we're going to start off 1-0 before 10 a.m. West Coast time because there's a London game, and there's a London game we love. We will get to that in a moment. First, let me remind you guys, today's show is brought to you by our presenting sponsor, Hard Rock Bet. If you love betting on sports or you just love sports and want to try betting, the Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook app makes it simple, packed with great insights and nonstop promos every day of the week. Sunday, Hard Rock Bet Stats Hub will have you covered right there in the app, showing me Kansas City has won 10 in a row at home against the AFC. You can get some juicy odds if you want to tail Kansas City, like I think I will be, against Baltimore in the Hard Rock Bet app. If you haven't tried your first bet on Hard Rock Bet, there's still time for you to get $150 in bonus bets if you win. Just place a $5 bet, and if it hits, you not only get your winnings, but also an extra $150 in bonus bets. Tonight, there's games you can get on tonight, and you, of course, can check out all the college action on Saturday and all the great NFL action on Sunday. Boost your same game parlay or SGP Max so your bet pays extra winnings. Promos every day. So whenever you're listening to this, open up the app, check out what they've got running any day of the week. Download the Hard Rock Bet app today. Take a look around and make your first deposit. All right, Damonza, let's quickly roll through the games that I am not touching, okay? So what is the first one?
Thursday night? Or are we not? I guess we talked about that earlier.
No, because we're doing this on a Thursday, but people are going to hear it on Friday. So
okay.
Thursday night, I don't have a lean. I don't have a feel. I'm not touching it. And you guys will have already heard it.
You got Washington -1 at Atlanta. Staying away from that one.
Well, that's the line. You're just going to have that. This is one of, I guess, the downsides to us doing these early. We don't know the quarterback situation. I can't give you any handicap on it. What I can tell you is Michael Penix is very lucky that the Atlanta Falcons don't have a real fan base outside of Atlanta, or else we'd be talking about him more because he has looked shaky. The next game, go ahead.
New Orleans and Buffalo. New Orleans at Buffalo.
Yeah, New Orleans getting 15.5. That to me is a vintage stay away. It's just so many points. Buffalo can dominate this game and should dominate this game, and New Orleans can backdoor cover. I'm also, full disclosure, not going to be really locked into that game. I think that's going to be a 17-3 early second quarter game over game. Next one.
You got Tennessee +7 at Houston.
Yeah, so I have decided I am not betting on Tennessee again with Brian Callahan as the head coach. Just not doing it. Until he's gone, I will not put any money on the Titans. I've made this mistake twice this year. I'm not doing it again. With that said,
okay, sorry.
I can't lay a touchdown with a Texans team that can't score. So that's the definition of a stay away. Next.
The Chargers -6.5 at the Giants.
I almost included this one. I almost included the Giants getting 6.5. But it's a rookie quarterback against a great defense. It's too many points to lay with the Chargers team that's been playing very tight games. So I'm not going to lay the touchdown with the Chargers. I kind of like the Giants, but it's a rookie quarterback's first start against a good defense. We'll stay away from it. Next.
Next, you got Philly -3.5 at Tampa.
Yeah. I think Philly is the right side in this. But Philly plays so conservatively that laying more than a field goal on the road just feels foolish. I can't bet Tampa with all those injuries, but if I were to, Philly to me is the right side of it. Next.
Carolina +5.5 at New England.
Gross. Neither of these teams is trustworthy. I understand Carolina just scored 30. I think that's, an aberration. The Patriots just had 5 turnovers in a game. It's just a stay away. Just flatly, I'm not interested in either team, either side of this game. Just flatly staying away. Next.
You got Indy +3.5 at the Rams.
I lean Rams, but I have, doubted Indy consistently. And what I don't want to do is, after betting against Indy a couple times, then overcorrect, bet on them, and have that be the week that I'm right about them for the season where I didn't think they were that good. But I can't keep betting against them. And so I'm very excited to watch that game. If Indy wins that game, I will have to take them seriously, but I'm staying away from that one. Next.
Chicago +1 at the Raiders.
I might have been wrong about the Raiders. I believed in the Raiders going into the year. I thought the defense would be better than people said it would be. It kind of has been. I thought Geno was a huge upgrade. Aside from week 2, he has been. I might have underrated how awful that offensive line is. With that said, because I have some real stakes in the ground on the Raiders, I don't want to flip entirely and all of a sudden go with the Bears this week. So I'm just staying away. Sunday night.
Green Bay -6.5 at Dallas.
If I had to bet a side here, I would definitely bet Green Bay. I think, though, Dak Prescott at home getting almost a full touchdown, backdoor cover is going to be wide open the whole game. I think that a blowout is far more likely than a Dallas victory, but I just don't want to lay a full touchdown on the road in what could be an emotional spot for both teams. And I certainly can't bet on Dallas after what their defense has been all year long. All right, last one we're not doing.
You got the Jets +2.5 at Miami.
Yeah, I don't know how you can believe in the Dolphins. I also don't think you can right now bet on the Jets getting less than a field goal. So those are stayaways. It's always a good sign, Damonza, when a few of the stay-away games I actually like. Yeah. It's never a good sign when we're to the 4th pick of my 5. I'm like, yeah, but I just have to have 5. It's a great sign when there's a game like the Giants getting 6.5 that I kind of like. Right. Or what was the other one? Philly laying 3.5 that I kind of like, that I just am saying we're not doing it because I love these 5 so much. Let's start in Dublin, Damonza.
We've got Minnesota -2.5 versus Pitt. Or versus Pittsburgh. Yeah. I'm sorry, I don't know why I call them Pitt.
Yeah. They'd be minus more against Pitt, the college, but against Pittsburgh, I can't believe I don't have to lay a full field goal here. Aaron Rodgers played in overseas last year against Minnesota. That was the famous Mike's got to be on the red line game. He turned the ball over 3 times against that Flores defense. I just saw this Minnesota defense absolutely demolish Jake Browning, who right now stylistically is not that dissimilar to Rodgers. Accurate, got to get the ball out quick. Favorites in international games are covering machines, 32-18 against the spread. Rodgers has been awful against pressure this year. Bottom 3 quarterback in the league when pressured, and the Vikings are the top 3 in the league at bringing pressure. I love Minnesota laying less than a field goal. I understand that means I'm betting Carson Wentz as a favorite. I don't care. I'm not betting Carson Wentz. I'm betting the Vikings defense -2.5 against Pittsburgh. And I don't clip this. I don't want this to be correct, but I'm just flagging it. It's on the board. You're shaking your head, Damonza. What do you think I'm going to say here?
You're going to say Aaron Rodgers might end his season game or something like that.
You said it.
Yeah.
It's on the board against this defense with that Pittsburgh offensive line that this is the last we see of Aaron. Like, I think you got to be prepared for that. Like, I am legitimately worried for Rodgers in this game. I don't think that offensive line's been good. He's not mobile, and they are going to heat him up. So I love Minnesota -2.5. Next.
Cleveland +10 at Detroit.
So listen, the Cleveland defense is awesome. They're awesome. The Lions offensive line was great against Baltimore's D-line. Cleveland's D-line with rookie Mason Graham, who's been great. Myles Garrett, who's just an all-time great, is very different than Baltimore's defensive line. I also think You've got Detroit, short week, coming off that emotional win. The trends of teams that had a win like Cleveland did. Early season, touchdown, bigger dogs that win a game outright. The next week, 18-9-4 against the spread. I know Detroit's been covering machines. 10 is just too many points for a game that I think is going to not be super high scoring. I think Cleveland's defense can keep them in games. Week 1, Cleveland's defense kept them in the Cincy game. Week 3, Cleveland's defense won them the game. Week 4 against Baltimore, Cleveland's defense was good. Cleveland had more passing yards, rushing yards, third down, more time of possession than Baltimore. Lost by 1 million because they had a pump blocked. There's a fumble. There's a pick. If Cleveland just takes care of the ball, they can keep this to within single digits. I'll take Cleveland plus 10. Next.
You got Jacksonville plus 3 at the Niners.
Yeah, I think that Trevor's going to have time to throw with Nicky Bosa out. I also think that whether it's Mac Jones or Purdy, that Jacksonville D-line is legitimate and is scary. And I think that the Niners, to their credit, have found ways to win. It's been close games. And I think those 3 points are super, super valuable. Now, I will tell you this, because we're recording this on Thursday. If you like Jacksonville in this spot, I would wait to bet them because I think Purdy is going to play. And I think that this line goes at least to 3.5 and maybe to 4. But the Niners, it's not only that obviously Bosa's out, but as of Wednesday, Juwan Jennings and Ricky Pearsall weren't practicing. Another defensive lineman, Gross Matos, was not practicing. Trent Williams is healthy, but so he didn't practice, but that was just rest related. I think Jacksonville is as good as San Francisco, and I'm getting a field goal. I'll take Jacksonville. Next.
Who would have known? Kansas City plus 2.5 versus Baltimore. I mean,
Mahomes doesn't lose to Lamar. The Ravens are on a short week. The Ravens D-line. Wednesday, Damonza, every single one of the Ravens starting D-linemen missed practice. Every single one. We know Matabuke's not playing, and that's a bigger story for them for the whole season because his neck injury is like really scary. But the Chiefs are at home. I believe the Chiefs are better than Baltimore. The Chiefs need it. They are getting Xavier Worthy back. They are the more rested team. They are the more put together team right now. They are the team that comes into this game more confident. And I think the Lamar versus the Chiefs thing is real. And the fact that I am getting points in Kansas City against a Ravens team that right now has the worst defense in the conference, I'll just take it. And Patrick, by the way, 5-1 in his career against Lamar, 4-2 against the spread. I'll take the Chiefs here. This is also where you and I need to discuss a bet.
5-2. 5-2 coming up. But yeah. What do you want to throw on the line?
So if the Ravens win, what do you want from me?
The best thing I could think of, I mean, this is way later down the road. I think this is in March. Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming out, and the prices of games these days have gone up. It used to be 60, it's like 70 now, but that's like a game that everybody's been waiting on. So that one might be like $100. So I would love to like not have to come out of pocket for Grand Theft Auto 6. The Ravens win the game straight up.
All right, so if the Ravens win the game straight up, this is a straight up bet, not a spread.
Yeah, not spread, yeah.
Is there anything else game related that you're going to want when that comes out, like a headset or anything else related? Like, I don't know how Grand Theft Auto works these days. Is there
I mean,
Grand
if
Theft
you want
Auto
to throw some extra
currency?
money, I could buy a shark card, throw some money on there immediately. It's like the
What's a
in-game.
shark card?
It's like
Okay, for the
it's like in-game currency, 100%. Be like 5 million,
it's
whatever
like for
it may be.
on it's like what's it V-Bucks on
Exactly. It's Grand Theft Auto's V.
All right. Okay, done. Here's what I want from you.
Okay.
Whatever the next holiday you come home from, all of my kitchen cleanup responsibilities fall to you.
Okay.
Not for the whole time, but for whether it's Thanksgiving dinner or Christmas dinner or whatever it is.
Yeah, the big. Okay.
The one big meal kitchen cleanup responsibilities are yours and yours. Like there's not going to be any. You're the one that tells your mom, I lost a bet. I have to do this. He's not allowed to.
Yeah, I'll take it. Thanksgiving's rough, but yeah, I'll weather that storm from Grand
That's
Theft Auto.
why I added that shark card because yeah. Okay. All right. We have a bet.
Let's do it.
All right. Deal. All right. What's the last pick of the week?
Last pick is Cincinnati plus 7.5 at Denver.
I couldn't believe this line. I couldn't believe it. Listen, I understand Cincinnati has not looked good with Browning. I get that. He's not going to turn the ball over 3 times every game. They still have those skill position guys. Denver, why would you trust Denver to blow anybody out? Like, I'm getting more than a touchdown. Cincinnati plus 7.5 in a game I think they could win outright. So yeah, I don't overthink this one. Cincinnati plus 7.5. They can win outright. And Pat Surtain's not playing great. Denver's offense is shaky at best. Yes, give me the 7.5. All right, so our 5 picks this week. 4 dogs, 1 favorite in Ireland. Minnesota minus 2.5 against Pittsburgh. Cleveland getting 10 at Detroit. Jacksonville getting 3 at San Francisco. Kansas City getting 2.5 at home against Baltimore. And Cincinnati getting 7.5 at Denver. Before we get to Damonza's teaser, let me remind you guys, if you're thinking about upgrading to the all-new iPhone 17 Pro, it's designed to be the most powerful iPhone ever, but you're also maybe thinking about all the traffic on your way to the store and having to transfer all your data. How about this? When you order a new phone online with Boost Mobile, they'll send an expert to your home or your work to deliver your brand new iPhone 17 Pro and get you all set up on Boost Mobile within minutes. You don't have to go anywhere. They come to you. It's no hassle. They take care of it. Visit boostmobile.com to get started. Delivery available for select devices. Purchase at boostmobile.com. Terms do apply. All right, Damonza, you took one on the chin last week with the teaser. 3-team 8-pointer.
Yeah,
Rams
that was
plus 11 was a great one. Houston plus 10. I don't know if we can show. Houston plus 10, solid. Cincinnati plus 11. Brian Flores did it to you, pal.
Yeah, that was just a problem in my process there. There were a lot of other games on the slate that I could have chosen. Cincinnati after dealing with a backup quarterback in their second game. There's just other landscape. I should have chosen differently. And you could have doubled the teaser and still would have lost. But this week is a 3-team 8-point teaser for plus 100. We were teasing Kansas City up to plus 10.5, the Jets up to plus 10.5, and Green Bay up to plus 1.5. I am aware
Green Bay
that the
down
Browns,
essentially all the way to 1.5. Yeah.
I'm aware that the Browns are out there. That was another one that I liked a lot. I would have liked to tease that one, but this is the one that we're going with. I don't see Green Bay losing that game. And but yeah,
I agree with that. Listen, Kansas City doesn't get blown out. Green Bay's not going to lose. You're also not getting as much value if you do Cleveland because you're not getting through his key of numbers. With the Jets, you get through all the key numbers. And the question is, can the Dolphins blow anybody out? The answer to that's probably no. Because you are teasing through the 0, I can't give you a straight A. I will give you an A-. I like this one a lot.
Okay.
I like this one a lot. Producers, you guys had in there an offer earlier that I was going to take.
Oh, wow.
And it's gone now. So so Damonza, let's go to the offers they have in there now, and I'm going to tell you if I'll take those as well. But there is one that I'm interested in.
Yeah. So you said that this was time for Kelce to use one of his good games. Kelce 6+ receptions is at plus 230, or if you want to get really spicy and dangerous with it, you can go Kelce 8+ receptions for plus 900.
So I'm not going to take either one of those. But they had in there earlier a Kelce. Here it is. This one is plus money, and I like it a lot. I like this offer, and I'm going to take this offer. You got it, Damonza?
Yeah. Oh, so Kelce 4+ receptions and Parsons over to have a sack at plus 146.
So half a sack. Over half a sack. So if he gets half a sack, we don't lose it.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? It just reduces, because you can get half sacks. So Kelce have at least 4 catches, Micah over half a sack, plus 146. I am taking that offer. I think Kelce's going to have at least 4 catches. I think Micah will get home at least once. I'm taking that offer. Done and done. The first offer of the year that we're taking. I love it. All right. Thank you to all our great sponsors. Thank you to Blue Duck. Thank you to Volume. Thank you to all you guys. Please like, rate, subscribe, review. Good luck to everybody this weekend. Ryder Cup. Amazing day of college football on Saturday. Ireland game Sunday morning. Chiefs Ravens Sunday afternoon. Great weekend of football. Talk to you guys later. What's right?